Hey Cancer, hope you're all doing well. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you're new here, appreciate you clicking on it. This is going to be just a mid-May general reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, if that applies. Okay. First of all, I hope you're all doing well. If I didn't already say that, I'm obviously a little bit tired here, but I see a situation where there's like a whole bunch of new opportunities that have opened up to you. Like it's like a whole new world of opportunities seems to have opened up to you. For some of you, it could be like on the dating scene or in a social setting, but it's like you have a lot, some of you have a lot of options when it comes to love and partnerships, like meeting people. Like some of you may have recently, you may have met more than one person, and it's you're not really sure what I feel like this new like lease on life here, kind of Cancer. Like it's like a whole new world of something has opened up to you, and it's like it's like inspired you again to kind of like like fantasize in some way about like opportunities, or I don't know, like romance or something of that nature. Like you have some options here before that you didn't for maybe a long period of time. Yeah, some of you, this is a very like sexual energy. It feels very like uncancerish, to be honest with you. So some of you may have some fire in your chart, or some of you might be dealing with a fire sign here. But there's a very like sexually charged energy to this. Like it's like dating and like having lots of options. And I don't see that you're like, some of you might be dealing with somebody who has lots of options. Like there's, for some of you, there can definitely be a scenario here where you're dealing with somebody who is, who is a player. Like they have lots of options. Somebody here might really like to party, like to drink, like to be like on the social scene. And but for some of you, like this is you, like kind of getting back out there, kind of like re-sparking like this, some part of yourself, like allowing yourself to kind of dream and fantasize a little bit about um you know dating. I don't know necessarily that's falling in love. I feel like that's probably the ultimate goal, but like just kind of awakening to like you can get back out there and socialize. Like maybe some of you have moved, or maybe this is like a travel situation that either you've been in or you're looking forward to, for like the possibilities of like fun. Like I just see like a lot of fun here, and definitely like a sexual energy. Like some of you are just ready to get back out there and like, flirt and like, use your powers of seduction and like whatever, which I like I said, I feel like there's a real it's really not typical of, like something about this is just not typical of you. Sorry if you can hear the dogs. I've never paid attention to if the whole if the microphone picks up on that or not. So I do apologize, because it is annoying and obnoxious if you can hear it. Some of you could be dealing with Capricorn is what I heard here, or an earth sign. For some of you, you may have a choice, and maybe you're leaning more towards like this earth sign. Or for some of you, it could be this earth sign that is in this energy. And it could just be that you guys are feeling really like grounded and connected, like in this energy. Like you're just feeling really powerful, like in this energy that you're in. Okay, and for some of you, this is somebody from the past that caused a lot of pain. Some of you are in this new like lease on life sort of attitude, because there's someone from the past that betrayed you. There's definitely a connection here. It's but I see that you got over it. Like, I see that you came out of whatever this painful ending is to somebody that you might have been connected with for a really long time. Like I said, could be a earth sign here. For some of you, this is a masculine energy that took a long time to get over a painful ending with an earth sign female from the past. And it doesn't have to be, the sun sign doesn't have to be earth, just somebody who's earth dominant, or maybe they just are in an earth energy a lot. Somebody that they felt a lot of stability with, or you felt a lot of stability with. Somebody that felt like you had a lot of security in that relationship, and it's taken a lot of strength to, like, facing a lot of inner fears, like facing a lot of, and for some of you, it's like coming back in contact with that sort of animalistic side to you, that sort of passionate side to you. Like, some of you lost that in this kind of heart, unhappy ending to, this connection that you had here with somebody. And it's like you faced this situation, like finally faced it head on, and then as you did that, reconnected with the passionate side of yourself, with the sort of animalistic part of you that's allowed you to, like, get back out there and allow yourself to, like, dream and believe again in something. Yeah, for some of you, there was a lot of, for some of you, it's a lot of either manipulative communication, manipulative interaction with somebody, or some of you have, because we all do this, at least I think we all do, like, either, and I say some people more than others, like spy or just try to find out maybe what's going on with somebody. And those of us that are, like, smart realize sooner than later that just brings more misery. So it's almost like that energy of, like, getting back in control of yourself and realizing, like, you're only burdening yourself by either trying to communicate with somebody or by trying to get information, find out what they're up to. Or this could be somebody that has been doing this to you. They've been realizing that they're only keeping themselves held down by, trying to communicate or trying to, spy on you in some way. Yeah, some of you could be dealing with, an Aries here. But I get that what's coming in, because of that, because of this new, like, this new kind of carefree attitude that you're kind of trying to embody here, and sort of laying these burdens down, taking the power back in yourself. What's coming in is a really solid, long-term connection. Like, if you're on the dating scene right now, it's gonna result in finding somebody really solid, really stable, somebody that wants to build, a happily ever after with you. Yeah. But in the meantime, there's still, and maybe that's just what you want, Cancers. Like, maybe in your heart of hearts, what you really want is a long-term, stable, happily ever after with somebody solid. And you're still kind of trying to balance that out between, like, being out there, like, dating, partying, being social. you're still kind of trying to balance it out. Something about that might not feel authentic to you. Some of you may be juggling somebody, or somebody here is having to make a choice between one, a couple people or whatever, and somebody is not, somebody feels like they're not doing the right thing. Somebody here feels like they're not doing the right thing, or they're not acting in a truly honest way. Like somebody here feels like they're not, all the information isn't being like laid out for them. Yeah, some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. So I'm getting like a masculine energy, really, that if there is a choice here, it's like a choice between an earth sign and a fire sign. And it's like there's a fire sign female here that is long term, like is the goods. And there's like an earth sign female here that is maybe somebody from the past. Like I said, you don't get hung up on if you're like, there's no earth sign female or there's no fire sign female. It's just two different females here. One's more earth energy, one's more fire. It can be masculine or feminine, reverse the roles. It's just these queens are coming out. So there's an earth energy here that will bring nothing but pain. That will bring nothing but harsh endings. This could be a soul connection. This could be a past life connection. That is not, it's an old connection. There's a new connection that will bring long-term success and long-term happiness, with this other feminine energy over here. So it definitely looks like there's a choice to be made. Yeah, somebody, like I said, somebody here just has a lot of options. There's a masculine here that has a lot of options. There's an energy of an immature masculine and an energy of a very mature masculine. Actually, you have two sort of immature, well, let's just say one immature, and you have more than two female energies here, because you have a third one here. She could be dealing with the water sign as well. Somebody could be also involved in a work romance. Somebody could be in love with somebody that they work with here. Or maybe whatever this situation is, the choice isn't to be made amongst any of the people that are currently involved, and you're going to meet somebody, later in work, at a job you're working at, or a skill that you're good at, that you're employing in some way, is actually where your heart is, or where your love is. For some of you, it could just be that you just really love what you do. But I see a lot of options for whoever this is here, whether this is you, Cancer, or the person you're involved with. Somebody's been opened to a new world of opportunities. That's like sort of these like fantastical possibilities on the dating scene. And somebody could absolutely here be in a third party situation and have just a lot of options. Somebody here is a player, whether that's you, or doesn't have to be in a bad thing. And this could be, I could be talking to somebody that this is really good for. It's good for you to be in this energy. For some of you, you're dealing with somebody like this, and what's going on with them is that they're stuck in the past, or at least they were stuck in the past. It looks like they're using their strength to overcome that. They know that there is something solid and fulfilling on every emotional level with somebody else here, but there's also a third energy, that might take a little bit more work, but it's there's true love here for somebody. The person they might really want might do something around work. But communication with somebody is a burden. It's manipulative, it's underhanded. Somebody here doesn't speak the truth on something. It keeps somebody else off balance because they're waiting for someone to make a decision. And I feel like whoever is here to make this decision, like they're just not going to do that right now. They're too much in an energy of good times, maybe not really wanting something long-term or stable, maybe knowing that whatever they do is going to take work, but they might not be ready to put in that work right now. I'm going to grab a couple more cards for you, Cancer, and we'll leave it there. Yeah, this is the result of a transformation of some sort. This is the result of a transition in somebody's life. Yeah, and it could be like for some of you, it's a transition out of it could literally be somebody growing up. It could literally be somebody growing up and deciding, that they're, they have new values or new interests and whatever. And for some people, there's going to be an end to communication in some aspect. Like we already see that over here. So there's going to be communication cut off because somebody already knows that it's what's weighing them down. But there's going to be a definite end to communication with somebody. And it may be you cutting off communication with this person is going to help them to make a decision. That may be the advice that's advised to you here, Cancer, if you're on the opposite end of, dealing with somebody that has a lot of options, or, this person may be putting an end to communication with somebody else. So, yeah, ending communication is going to change the fate of this situation. So I would say for the better. But if you are looking for advice and however you fit into this story, if there's somebody that you need to quit interacting with because, it brings you some sort of distress or heartache, or you're waiting for someone to make a decision and they're too much in this energy of liking having a lot of options and, being unbalanced and not being forthright in their decisions and what they're doing. The advice here is to cut off communication, have some faith in the universe and in fate and in, karma or whatever you believe in, and take some time out to, to rest and recuperate and, basically just to rest. Give the situation a rest. Yeah, for some of you, he said, if you're dealing with this person, you're being advised to cut off communication and walk away. If that doesn't resonate with you, if you know in your heart that's not the message for you, this person here is going to cut off communication with somebody that they need to cut off communication with, and they're going to walk away from it. Somebody here is going to put an end to whatever it is. Like I said, I see someone here who doesn't seem to be struggling because they're happy in whatever they're doing, but it's causing pain to someone else somewhere because they're being juggled, because there's not a decision being made, because there may be, 3 people or 2 people or whatever that are being chosen from. Whoever is whoever's in the distorted energy, cut off the communication, put an end to it. Stop whatever vicious cycle might be happening here, lay it to rest, and walk away, find what's going to be fulfilling, because something here is not fulfilling. It's not until a choice is made, and until whatever whatever manipulative communication or secretive or not forthcoming or whatever you know, energy here until that's cut off, and somebody, you know, takes a rest from all this and walks away, abandons this dynamic, and, you know, goes and finds what's really meant for them. So thanks for watching, Cancer. Appreciate everybody who's subscribed so far, and check out some of your other signs, check out some of your other placements, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks.